Curling now enters the Sports Weekend spotlight.
All right, this is our in the house.
This is exciting
section. Yeah, and we always look for a fan and a great fan. And I can't think of a better one. We used to call her the Hat Lady. Franz Isabelle has probably been to more championships than any other curling fan on the planet.
Wow.
And she's always got her camera with us, or with her.
Yeah.
And she would always send pictures to the curlers. So literally every woman who's played in the Scotties knows her, and a lot of the Brier teams. She's been to World Championships, she's been to an Olympics. She's been to more things than you and I combined.
And she's with us.
She's in the house.
She's in the house, and it is so wonderful to see you. And of course, you have that camera around your neck. What's it like to be at another curling bonspiel? Because I'm sure, just like all of us, you were missing it.
Well, I think that just to be able to be back as a fan, I've missed it. Last year, no Scotties, no Brier, mostly no Scotties, but I'm really happy that the trials are happening and that we actually have fans in the stands.
How quickly did you book your ticket to the Olympic trials when you knew travel was something you could do again and there would be fans in the stands? I saw you on that opening day here.
We get advance booking because we're big fans, so we get our email before everybody else, and so we book our tickets before everybody
Really?
else. Yeah.
I didn't know there was such a thing.
Well, when you
we should
snap
get
as
on that
many
list.
photos as Franz has, I think
Well.
you should get a free ticket to every event.
Okay, and if you noticed some flashlights, it wasn't the paparazzi, it was Franz
Of
taking
course.
pictures of you and I. But how many photos have you taken? When did this begin?
1986, I went to both the men's and the women's worlds. The women's were in Kelowna, the men's were in Toronto, and that's where it started. And then 87 was my first Scotties.
Wow.
And I went 21 in a row, then I missed one, and then I missed one last year, but
Sounds like my record.
Look
I would
at
say.
this color.
Yeah, here's a picture you took. I think this is in Winnipeg, and you've got a nice picture. I asked Kim Kelly because I know you. The thing about Fran, she would print the photos up and mail them to you after. That was our runner-up. That was a
Wow.
silver medal, which is why we look sad on the podium. But Kim looks happy with Maddie and Brett there. What was it about wanting to take the pictures and being part of the action? Because you got to know everybody through the years.
I've gotten a whole lot more from curling than I could ever give back. And people say, you give us pictures. But what it's brought to me is amazing. I mean, the number of players that I've met, and now second generation players on the ice, like Kim Dolan's daughter. I watched Kim play. Now I watch Kathy Cunningham, Russ Howard's daughter. There's at least a dozen, maybe more. So that in itself, just knowing people and being part of something big.
Yeah, and you actually are sort of a really ideal person in the relationship between the curlers and the fans, because the curlers always respect the fans and they give time, and everybody gives time for Franz. Did we show your hat room? I'm not sure that we did, but you used to come with these big Stetsons and just collect pins galore.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
I still bring it to the Scotties. I still have a new hat every year at the Scotties.
Yeah.
I didn't bring one here this year because you got to get the players to sign it otherwise.
And now you can't get
so
it's
here
useless.
at the Olympic trials, you don't do that. But at the Scotties, I still get my hat signed. I have a curling room at home.
I'm going to say your favorite curler is Heidi Hanlon, but it's okay if you say me.
I think you're the greatest curler ever.
Wow.
I'll take
how about
that from her.
But I do want to know, Franz, do you have any favorite moments or photos that stand out to you over all of these years? I know that's a tough question.
Other than the one you took.
It's a very tough question, but I'll say 1989 Scotties, when Heather Houston repeated as Team Canada. She was the first
Northern
to repeat
Ontario.
as Team Canada. The year before, she lost the finals. So going back to the Worlds and having a second chance at it. But when she made that last shot, she jumped up in the air. And Heather is, if you look up sportsmanship in the dictionary, her name is beside it.
So well.
And on the way up she realized that she was celebrating before she shook hands. And she landed standing up like a soldier, saying to her, I'm sure she was just thinking, I shouldn't be celebrating quite yet. And that's a moment for me that defines what curling is about.
Oh, so well
That
said,
is beautiful
Franz.
that is so vivid in your mind all of
Yeah.
these years later.
Yeah. And actually, Heather Houston lives on in my memory because she knocked us out of a few Scotties in tiebreakers. And we used to call it the Heather Houston Northern Ontario sneak attack. And you see it with Krista McCarville a lot as well. At the same town they
Wow.
come from in Thunder Bay. They lie under the radar. They're calm. They're all sportsmen from there. They respect the game. And it's a beautiful thing to see.
For me, that's what makes curling different, is the fact that you make a good shot, the opposition makes a good shot, and you say so. You make a shot that you didn't call, sorry, like we're real Canadians, but that sorry is from every country in the world, right? Sweden will say sorry if they
Yeah.
miss or make a shot that they didn't call.
Yeah.
You don't see that in too many sports.
Yeah, you actually
that
don't
a
see
good point.
Sweden miss too many shots they didn't call. But anyhow, we so appreciate you coming, and I appreciate all those photos you sent me through the years. They were beautiful to have. It was before iPhones, of course, taking all the pictures, selfies. There were no Devin Haru selfies. Can you imagine that world? You're too young.
Unbelievable.
You would have needed Franz to follow you around. What's your
Franz.
what is this your favorite camera, or is this a new Nikon that
Oh
you're
no,
using
that's
now?
I if I had to go back, I'd go back to Canon.
Okay.
But I have a mortgage to pay, so
Okay.
we'll stick with this one for now.
Well, keep snapping. It's wonderful to see you. Enjoy the rest of the way here in Saskatoon, and it's always great to see you around the arenas,
And
friends.
we have our coveted Beijing Olympic pins. I'll give it to you after, so don't go
Thank
too
you very much
far.
for having me on, and
Oh,
hey,
pleasure for all your
the
work.
luck, guys. Thanks for doing what you do.
You're so nice. I can't
you.
think of a bigger fan. If there's a bigger fan out there than Franz, who's seen it all.
Right.
Scotties, Briars, Worlds, Olympics. I think you went to one of the Olympics, didn't you? No? Did you go to one of the Olympics too?
I did. I went to the '88 Olympics. I
88
watched Linda
Olympics.
win.
I know. That was when it was a demo sport. Max Ballerina. I was
Yeah.
there. I was there losing. Yeah, it was good.
Thank you, friends. Great to see you. Unbelievable. That's
Thank you.
outstanding.
Yeah.
Great memories, great photos,
Yeah.
etched in memory
You know,
forever.
she just, this whole show started just for the fans. And when people like Franz, you get to meet them through the years, they remind you what you love about the sport over and over and over again.
So
And we know there's a lot more of Franz out there, but
No doubt.
she's the best.
No doubt.